You are looking live at Codey Arena in West Orange, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets are getting set to take on the New Jersey Devils. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here to get excited. It's time for New Jersey Rockets hockey. This one certainly is going to test the mettle of the battery of the phone that I use to live stream the game. So I'm going to get prepared for that scenario right away. Give up a little bit of description time and protect against the live stream going out on you. It will be Arialis Markland in the nets against Molly Rose Smith. And what appeared maybe to be against the odds. Liftoff, period one. The Rockets break out. Luisa Rizzo tries to skate in on the left wing, but Melikova rebuffs her. Nieves with Rizzo on the left and Menikillo on the right. Nieves hustles it in. CC with a wrist shot that goes just wide. Hope Menikillo on the right wing over there, so the opposite left-hand shots play the off wing. Hansen on right D as Menichello jumps in for it but can't corral it. Hansen on right D, Fox on left. Fox backhanded it down toward the slot and couldn't get it all the way through. Nieves battling for it over there as the Devils push it out of the zone. Zahn gets it, and it comes to neutral ice. Zahn is going to get a breakaway. Markland's going to be tested early. Wrist shot! What a save by Markland with the glove, and she holds on. Zahn 68 with the breakaway. In fact, she was so alone that there were two of them on a break. So the Rockets get the possession to start with, but the Devils rebound back quickly and get the breakaway. So Markland has been phenomenal on the breakaways this season. So this is where we have to give up a little bit of the view to get you the better part of it as the Devils send it through. And there's parts down there that I cannot see as well. Rockets will move it out. Rodriguez for Cook. Ulrich is the center on this line. The Rockets playing with one line in reserve and one defense pair in reserve. A little bit short-handed as they have been all season except for game one. Rockets will break it out. Mia Rodriguez will go up the right wing. She's 2-on-2, now 3-on-3. She'll turn the corner on the far side and bring it around the net behind Rose Smith. Ulrich picks it up, reverses it, looks toward the point. Connolly was over there, jumps in, manages to keep it in, but the Devils will knock it out of the zone and it's sent back in offside by Matone. So Matone and Connolly, one of the defense pairs. Fox and Hansen, the other. Face off on the far side as the smoke from the fire extinguisher has managed to get all the way through the ice. If you're just joining in, boy, you picked a good time because you missed a 45-minute almost delay to the start due to an issue with the ice. But we are underway. It is the first period. The Rockets are going to come in. It might have been offside. They give the benefit. Shot by Menichello. Right pad saved by Rose Smith. Sent toward the net. And Rose Smith covers up with the catching glove. They'll face it off. Nieves on the dot. Menichello in the slot. Rizzo on the left wing. Fox on the lefty. Hansen on the right. Devils have a significant edge in terms of players today compared to the Rockets with their short bench. It looks like there's more on the bench there for the Rockets, but two of the jerseys that you see are unavailable and they are just in support of their mates. Breaking in all alone, backhand, Markland save, and she covers up. And Owen comes in, or was it Walsh? Walsh swept in, and the Devils have gotten behind the Rockets' defense here twice in the early going, where at 14:27 of period one, Markland has had to stop a breakaway and a point blank by Zahn, 68, who has it now, and a point blank chance by Walsh. They try to chip it out. Ulrich can't get it out, nor can Rodriguez. It's kept in over there. Gibby battling for the Devils. Gets a little help from Zahn. Arnone waiting for that puck to pop out. It does pop out, but it goes right to Grace Matone, who sends it up the near side for Izzy Cook. Turned one way, the puck went the other, and Bellacucci retreats back to get it. Matone sends it in offside as Cook didn't have a chance to clear the zone. 13:56 left, period one. Rockets and the Devils. Rockets in the dark jerseys, the Devils in the white and green, the Christmas tree ones, just in time for the Christmas season, which seems to be popping up everywhere, even though it's not even Thanksgiving. Devils break in 3-on-1. Backhand attempt swept away by Matone. Zahn bats it toward the net, but Markland knocks it down and covers it up. Boy, the Rockets are just handing the Devils chances here early on, and not quite on their heels, but they need to be concerned about the way that this early going has gone. Markland has kept that. It really could be 3-0 already. Off the face-off, the Devils have to retreat into their own zone where Melikova gets it, tries to send it out, whiffed, second attempt, she does get it out. Basis is going to come in, she'll move through the left circle, tee up a wrist shot, but it was blocked away by Fox. Hansen picks it up, they'll come 3-on-2, she's going to lead the charge, she's got Menikelo and Rizzo with her. Rizzo down the middle, Menikelo the trailer. Hansen gets around one, centers it, Rizzo was almost there, but Basis back checking was able to pick it off. Here comes Lena Basis up the middle, looking to get through one, gets through one, tries to get around another, but Fox chips it away and bumps her off the puck. You'll lose some of it near side along the boards over there, as will I. Devils send it out. Menikelo's one-on-one, gets through one. Now she's in alone on Rose Smith, and it's poked away by Molly Rose Smith as Menikelo tried to go to the backhand. Rizzo's in front, centering feed. Oh, she just got the stick knocked away as she was trying to pound it in. Melikova's going to skate it out, and she gets through neutral ice, but not with the puck anymore. Menikelo's going to skate it in, drops it for Rizzo. Rizzo goes to the middle, wrist shot fired just over the crossbar on the far side. Centering feed, Rose Smith knocks it down. They couldn't control it easily, but Basis picks it up. She tries to chip it forward, but Ulrich got a piece of it and nearly put it into a dangerous area. Basis backhands it down. Connolly retreating picks it up under pressure from Citros. He sends it off the boards in front of the Rockets bench. Rizzo ignores that puck to get off because she was way at the end of her shift, and Cook is now out with Rodriguez on the wing and Ulrich at center, so they complete the change. They battle for it along the boards on the far side. Goes through traffic. Walsh was looking for a redirection, couldn't get the stick on it. Zhang from the point sends it through the bottom of the slot and to the far side. Zahn will get it, 26, send it to the point. Murray one-timed it. It hit some traffic on the way in, but Markland saw it all the way, and she knocks it down and covers it up with 11:34 left in period one, and the Rockets and Devils scoreless. We do not get the benefit of a scoreboard that will show us the shots, but the Devils have had 2 breakaways and a point-blank shot already as Izzy Cook comes in. Steers it toward the far side doorstep, but Rodriguez wasn't quite there yet. Now Rodriguez battles off the boards on the far side. It's sent around the end line. Zhang's going to get it, send it up, chipped up but not out, and Fox just sends it right back in. Rose Smith plays it over to Murray, who chips it up the boards to Zahn, 26 on the far side, and White. Rodriguez battles for it in front of the Devils bench in a sea of red, white, and green. The Devils are able to grab it and send it down. No icing, it didn't cross the end line. Lauren Fox sends it for Izzy Cook and Grace Ulrich. Neither grabbed it, both were waiting for the other to do it. Rodriguez sends it in, Ulrich bats it forward. Cook will stay in on the forecheck as the Rockets change behind. Zhang's going to get moving, but she's going to get disrupted for a moment and sends the pass forward. Zahn gets it in with Gibby on there in front. Zahn gets the one-timer and she scores. 1-0 Devils. Zahn, 68, gets the feed from Scarlett Gibby coming out of the corner, and the Devils jump out to a 1-0 lead. They have put all the pressure on the Rockets in terms of quality scoring chances to start it out here. The Rockets have had a couple, but the Devils have had a slew. They switch it up. Nieves on the dot against Gibby. She wins it. Sends it forward for Nieves. Does Connolly. She's going to break in with Rizzo. She'll try to turn the corner on the far side. Drops it for Rizzo. They will play catch. Actually, Rizzo is going to skate it around the end of the line on the far side. Sends it toward the point where Connolly steps in and kicks it forward. Zahn is going to pick this one out. Arnone is going to rush in, but she gets met and has the puck taken away by Nieves. It comes to the near side wall. Gibby and Rizzo battle for it. Rizzo forces Gibby to retreat into her own end. Courtney Caputo gets it, chips it up for Scarlett Gibby, and the Devils move over the center line. They send it in to try to get a change. Rizzo fell, got the skates tied up there, trying to get her stick on it the right way. This one is not going to be an icing, and Melikova chases it down. She's trying to get up through the neutral zone and does it via pass, and another player falls down over there. That was Marishaw. Ulrich's going to skate this in. Hansen's going to pursue with her. She's a defenseman. Hansen and Basis battle for it over there. It comes to the near side boards. Hansen was slashed, it looked like, right there, and she throws her hands up in the air looking for a call. And now there's a battle over there, and tempers are flaring. It looks like Basis and Hansen and Caputo all jawing. Hansen goes to the box. Citro is the other to go to the box. It's just out of view. Roughing is the call, looks like on both ways. So will it be 5-on-5? Typically that's what it ends up being in these situations unless they give an extra somewhere else. So Hansen goes into the box. She's pleading her case that the initial infraction was against her on a slash or a rough, but often it's the retaliation that is flagged, and that seems to be there was all of that coming from both sides. Basis somehow avoids the box. It looked like she was the one involved most directly with it, and it looks like they are going to play 5-a-side. So on the board it has the Devils with a power play, and the Rockets will put Menachillo in the box to serve it. So it's either a double minor or a 2-and-10, which would look like an unfortunate situation for the Rockets out of that mix-up over there. It looked like it was both teams of equal guilt. Ulrich will kill it off with Cook up front, Fox and Connolly on D. Caputo, one-timer, sends it in front. It's loose, covered by Markland. And they'll do it again. 9:05 left, period one. The Devils lead 1-0 on the goal by Zahn, 68. 1:53 in a power play for the Devils. Basis over to Caputo. Fans on it. Cook is going to be off to the races with Ulrich. Ulrich's going to grab it, and she's going to try to turn on Malakova, but Malakova got back. Cook and Ulrich were just almost like in the same lane there, and the more speedy Ulrich was trying to sort of almost like take the hand off, and they just lost about a half a stride, and otherwise it would have been breakaway city for Grace Ulrich. She had 2 shorthanded breakaways in Saturday's game, couldn't convert either, but that certainly put the pressure on the Lehigh Valley Phantoms in a 3-0 win by the Rockets. 2-on-1 they come in. Basis on the left, has Zahn 26 in the middle. She tries to get the shot off, but she got nothing on it, and Markland got the left pad on it. Big break for the Rockets there. Basis drew the defender over, sent it to Zahn 26 in the middle. She couldn't load it up, and that shot trickled at the net. 68 seconds to kill off for the Rockets on the 4-on-5. They've been on their heels. Wrist shot kicked away by Markland. Hustling out to try to get it was Nieves. She had to turn away and let the shot kind of go through because she didn't have a clear block of it. Nieves and Rizzo up front. Gibby, wrist shot, saved by Markland. It looked like it was going wide, but she gloved it anyway, and we're at the 8-minute mark left of period one. 1-0 Devils. 47 seconds left on the power play, which is being killed on defense by Fox and Matone, a couple of southpaws. Rizzo trying to break out, seeing if she can get somebody on her heels. Nieves is with her. The Devils sent it back in. It looked like it was offside, but no whistle. And Murray's going to skate it in. 15 in white, gets through the slot and whistles one wide. Arnone was looking for a rebound, but Nieves got to it first. It comes to the near side boards. They battle for it there. They still battle for it. The Rockets are able to pick it up, send it off the boards on the far side. Rizzo gets there, gets it through Murray's legs, chips it out. That's going to maybe kill off just about the rest of the power play. Nieves with the steal over there. If the Rockets can keep possession in there, they're going to be back to even strength, and they are. So Hope Menachillo, who was serving the minor to Hansen, exits the box, and she's with Nieves, well, rather Rizzo and Ulrich. Menichello comes in, wrist shot knocked down by Zhang. She skates it around the end line, does Hope. Looking, turning. She's got Rizzo and Ulrich in front. Centering feed knocked away by Rose Smith before it got through. Murray's going to skate it out with Zahn 26. 2-on-4. Sharp angle shot. It handcuffed Markland when she was kicking the leg out. Her skate hit the post. I could hear it here. And she almost lost it right there, but she did recover. Connolly for Menichello. They're caught in a change. Gets back checked by Sheehan. Pulled down on the hook, and the Rockets are going to go on the power play. Sheehan caught up from behind. She lifted the stick of Menichello, but what she really needed to do was kind of let go of it after one deal, and instead she kept the stick up there, and she will get called for the hooking. So Sheehan will come off and patriate the penalty box just to our right, and with 6:21 left in period one, and the Rockets trailing 1-0, they'll have their first power play of the game. Hansen out of the box now, so I suppose that it was a double minor on her, and the Rockets chose to serve it straight away with the extra player in there. Referee is right in our way, and he graciously moves out of the way. Maybe he heard me, maybe he didn't. Probably he didn't. Rockets send it forward at the net, but it goes just wide. Cook up front with Rodriguez on the wings. Ulrich, the center, is on the hash marks on the right side circle. Fox at the near side point hustles out. She's got Hansen with her as the other day. Citro, who was in the box, comes in. Short-handed breakaway, wrist shot, score. So with 5:48 left in the first period, the Devils have doubled the lead on the Rockets. It's 2-0. Citro on the short-handed attempt. Chipped one out, got behind the D, and the Rockets are going to take a timeout. So there was a huge delay in the start of this game. We started about 45 minutes late. It seems maybe like a distant memory now, but it certainly has held up the Rockets in their mindset of this game, because they've come out probably flatter in this game than they have in any game this season. And Coach Jacobus, recognizing that, has immediately called a timeout. If you're not familiar with the rules of hockey, one key one is that you're allowed one timeout per game, per team. They're most often utilized, if they're utilized at all, in a situation where there's a 1 or 2 goal difference and a team has an offensive zone face-off, or maybe in their defensive zone, and they want to pull the goalie in it and use a 6th attacker and maybe get their top line a little bit of rest. But sometimes it's utilized in the middle of a game if a coach sees like there could be a momentum swing. And what Coach Jacobus has decided right now is that this game is in danger of getting out of hand. Zahn and Citro up front to kill off the rest of the penalty. So far the power play has gone the Devils' way. Sent in icing off the face-off, and Matone already knows that she erred in doing that. Just needed another step or two to get to the red line. And they'll face it off in front of the circle to Arialis Markland's glove side. Nieves up front with Rizzo and Menichello. On D for this power play, which has 1:11 left, is Haley Connolly along with Lauren Fox. Right now, the Rockets are trying to get it out of their own zone, and they do that. Menichello has to shovel it forward, and they are going to say no icing on that one as she was harassed at the center line. Devils pick it up, move it right out of the zone and up the boards on the far side. Connolly springs it forward. Rizzo's going to get in on the breakaway. Rizzo gets in. Backhand goes just wide. Citro might have caught her and disrupted the shot at the last moment. Menichello tries to pick it off the board. She and Connolly send it. It goes. Oh, Rizzo was looking to get at the backside post, but Murray just got the stick on it. Rockets buzzing now. Comes down low. Caputo gets a piece. She's going to try to steer it up the near side boards. battled with by Nieves. Matone gets it, sends it to Rizzo. Tries to march in, but finds Murray. Sends it to Nieves, who fires it off the cage on the near side. It goes to the far side. Zahn reverses it. Menachillo knew exactly what she was going to do and completely played that pass. It's chipped up. Somebody got a piece of it, so there's not going to be icing. And the Devils player jumps out of the box. That's Sheehan. And the Devils have not only killed it off, but they get the only goal on the power play. Sheehan was in the box for hooking, and Citro, who was in the box previously, scored shorthanded to make it 2-0. Down to 4 minutes left in the first period. The Rockets have already used their timeout. They are trying to make sure this game does not get away from them. The Devils have not just had 2 goals, they've had 3 more golden opportunities, and Arialis Markland saved them. Basis tries to take a shot. It's fired off Connolly's right shin pad. Rockets having a little trouble getting it out of the zone here. Basis brings it in, sends it at Markland, kicked away with the right pad. Connolly chips it up from Menachillo. This group's been out there for a long time. Rizzo's up there. Rizzo on Cucci, curls toward the middle. Looking, has to dump it. She's at the end of the shift. Ulrich's already gotten on. Menachillo's going to hustle off with Rizzo. Fox wrist shot knocked away by Zhang before it could get in there. Cook and Rodriguez, the wings that just changed, hustling on. Rodriguez bunts it forward. Cook grabs it. Ulrich looking for it in the slot. Cook spins it off the wall. Cook still with it, gets company from Sheehan, who picks it up over there and now takes it behind her own net. Ulrich tries to pick it off, but Sheehan punches it up the boards, but Fox keeps it in, sends it down toward the slot. It got through a little bit of traffic, but not enough. 2:50 left in the first period. 2-0 Devils. Rockets on their heels here. Need to strike back. Izzy Cook and Francesca Hansen stopped that. It comes on the near side for Mia Rodriguez. She's trying to outscape Bella Cucci. Cucci wins it for the Devils. It's brought up the near side boards. Ulrich battling for it. Cook gets to the slot. Wrist shot, save, and kicked away into the corner by Rose Smith. Far side boards kept in for a moment by Hansen, but battling all the way up the wing are the Devils. That looked like Zahn. She sends it for Arnone, who runs her player into the boards over there. Rockets are trying to move it out of the zone. They do. Rodriguez bunts it out with 2:04 left. Caputo for Zahn. Hansen stepped into it. Zahn overskated it a bit. She didn't realize that she had won it. Cook sends it forward for Nieves, but didn't connect. Fox will chip it back right in front of us. And Melikova under pressure from Nieves. Menachillo picked it off with the skate, but it goes in just offside as Nieves was trying to clear the zone. So with 101 seconds left in period 1, the Rockets find themselves in a 2-0 deficit, having already used their timeout. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo on the near side wing, Menachillo on the wing in front of the Devils bench. Connolly on right D, Matone on lefty. The Rockets in the black jerseys, the New Jersey Devil youth U19 AA girls in the white. Rizzo sent it in, but Gibby picked it off and skates it around to the far side where Caputo and Gibby exchange. Nieves back check, sends it for Menachillo, tries to get it off on the boards on the far side, but Caputo rebuffed that chance. Centering feed for Rizzo, but a little bit too strong. She pressures Melikova, who banks it off the boards right below us. Arnone sends it forward, but gets it knocked out of the zone. Zahn 26, pinned by Rizzo, who dug it out, but was looking for Menachillo. Sheehan picked it up, but Menachillo picked her pocket. Under a minute left, period 1. Menachillo rushes in, 2-on-5. Had Rizzo over there, but Zahn 26 knocked it away. Rockets reverse it. Matone for Rizzo. They get it back in. Rizzo skates it forward with the left skate, but now it's sent around behind the dasher on the far side. They send it back down low. Melikova tries to use the body to spin off. Ulrich has it. She's going to try to send it to the point. Matone has to step into it. Centered off of maybe Caputo's shin pad over there as the Rockets were looking for a redirection. Basis is going to skate this out through neutral ice. Try to get it up the wing on the far side. Shrugs off Ulrich, but she's 2-on-4. Recovers it at the end line with 10 seconds now. Toward the near side wing. Rizzo skates it out, bunts it forward. Zhang tries to send it back in. It would have been offside. Zahn has one shot, but it's knocked away by Matone, and the period ends. So a big period for the Devils. They get one from Zahn, 68, and then that was even strength. And then they get in a shorthanded situation, and Citro scores. We are going to switch sides, hoping to give you a better look of a Rocket comeback. And a bunch of wise guys have just kicked a soccer ball onto the ice. After the delay that started this game, there's not too much amusement about that. But that's where we stand. Rockets will attack the net that's closest to your YouTube right, and they'll defend the one on the far side. Devils with a 2-0 lead as we get ready to start just the second period here. We would be just about ready to finish this game if not for about a 45-minute delay at the start due to a problem with the ice right here on the near side on the far circle. But eventually they fixed it and they got it going. Molly Rose Smith now defending the goal to our right. Arialis Markland will defend the goal to your YouTube left. She's been under fire here through one period, and really this score could be worse. Menichello, as we have liftoff in period 2, it's sent into the Devils bench, and they will face it off just in front of the Rockets bench. Nieves with Menichello and Rodriguez, so they will mix up the lines a little bit here, seeing if they could get something going. Rockets win the face-off, and Hansen sends it in. Zhang picks it up, tries to reverse it. Sent toward the middle by Fox. Nieves is down there. Sheehan's going to pick this up, steer it right in front of you for Basis, who moves it up the left side. Oh, Basis slashed Menichello right in the face! No call! She turned around and put the stick right in the mask, and the referees just let it go. Oh boy, what a cheap shot. That is not what you want to see from 91. Menichello with it behind the net. I mean, that's the area of the neck. It's not acceptable for a player to do that. And that's a player that I've known for a long time. It's quite disappointing to see. And here she comes up the ice on the right side. Centering feed. Actually, she shot it. Markland saved, and the rebound's popped in. 3-0 Devils. So things just not going the Rockets' way today. Still a lot of time to turn it around, but Citro's going to get her second of the game. She had one shorthanded before. Basis took the shot on the 2-on-1. Markland made the initial save, but Citro got the backhand on it and popped it over the left pad. 3-0 Devils, 50-54 left second period. The Rockets by right should have been sitting here on a power play with Basis slash to the cage of Menichello that just goes unchecked. Rizzo's going to skate it in off the faceoff. She's now with Cook and Ulrich. She'll skate it around the end line, bank it off the near boards. Connolly was there, but Zahn chipped it ahead. Zahn is one-on-one with Matone. She'll take a wrist shot. Markland stopped it from going all the way behind the net with the shaft of the stick. They bring it back up to the near side. Rizzo over to Cook. Cook is going to chip it forward. Couldn't get past Cucci, and Melikova picks it up. Zahn on the near side, skating it over the line. Banks it off the boards and sent in. She's going to recover it. Centering feed, a lot of traffic in front, and the puck goes just wide. Loose in front and swept off the line by Connolly. Slapper by Melikova, doesn't get all the way through. Gibby was down there, and Arnone trying to punch it in, but the Rockets stand tall. Cook up the middle. She's going to get past Coochie. She's got Rizzo down the middle. Cook shot, saved by Rose Smith, and she covers the rebound before Rizzo could sweep it in. So they adjust the line to move Rizzo with Cook and Ulrich, and that seems to have given that line a little bit of a spark. And Rodriguez with Nieves and Minichello, we'll see if they have a little something to say about this 3-0 deficit. Hansen on the point on the right side, Fox on the left, off the face-off. Minichello tries to get through traffic, couldn't get it through there. Sheehan picked it up. Zahn 26 for Walsh 27, and the Devils bring it out. They try to send it through the middle, and it was knocked away by Fox. It comes over the end line on the far side by Nieves. She's going to skate it up, look for some room. Hounded by a couple over there. Can she get it out? She eventually can. Caputo picks it up, though, and neutralizes. Sends it up the boards, but there's just a heck of a lot of traffic there right in front of the scorer's table. Sheehan backhands it forward, but Minichello grabs it and stumbles forward with it. It gets a couple of strides ahead, and Caputo picks it up, banks it off the boards on the near side. Hansen steps in to keep it from Zahn, but eventually the Devils get it out. Lauren Fox banks it to the far side for Mia Rodriguez, who gets it in. She's shrugged down by Sheehan. No call there. It was on the border, but it was probably a good no call. Up the near side, Hansen keeps it in at the point. Rodriguez couldn't keep it in right at the line. If anything's offside, you're going to have the best look at it in history. Or if it's onside, which that is. Period of the long change, but when you have possession and you could do it, it's a short change, and Rizzo jumped on, got the puck, sent it to Ulrich, who shoots and scores! The Rockets get some life with 13:34 left in period 2. Rizzo puts it off the boards to Ulrich, who puts it in. 3-1 is now the deficit for the Rockets. Ulrich from Rizzo. So that move here to start the second has worked as the Rockets get on the board. Ulrich now back on the dot. Cook on the right wing and Rizzo there on the left. Ulrich sneaks under basis, but had the puck only for a moment. Marishaw is going to skate this in, centering feed, but Matone picked it off with the backhand, turns it and sends it up for Rizzo, who fires it forward for Ulrich, but didn't quite get what she wanted on the pass. Zhang with the wrist shot through the slot and out to the left side. They battle forward along the left side boards, and it comes up toward the middle. Ulrich got a piece. Rizzo's going to skate in 2-on-2 with Coochie and Zhang back. She's going to send it at the net, save Rose Smith, and she covers. So this line now generating some offense. That group has the first thing that the legendary coach Bill Parcells in the NFL for the Giants, that's where he won his Super Bowls, would say, get the zero off the board. And the Rockets have done that. Now they can work on the comeback. Zhang overskates it, but regathers. Sends it up the boards on the far side. Matone beats Citro to it. Citro's got 2. They're the difference right now. Zahn, 68, had the first. Rockets play high-low, but Basis jumps into the passing lane, and she's going to skate it out. She'll skate up the right wing with it, get through Matone, come down low, wrist shot, pad saved by Markland. It comes to the point. 2 Devils over there. They send it through the top of the circle on the right side, and Arnone is the one who has to try to keep battling for it over there. Rodriguez digs it out, but the speedy Scarlett Gibby gets it, gets through a couple of Rockets, tries to get through the slot, but there were just one too many. Minichello's going to come in on Coochie one-on-one. Minichello comes in. She tries to drop it maybe for Rodriguez, or just maybe had it go away. You could see Matone kept that one in onside. The Rockets change. Except for Minichello, who's still out there on the forecheck. Zahn sends it forward. It gets out of the zone, and Matone picks it up, sends it for Rizzo. She had to wait. Oh, looked like Minichello got to the bench there in time, but they call the offside. In some rinks, That door is to the center side of the blue line. In this rink, as are most, it's not. So when you're changing and you could jump into that bench, you're still in an offside position if the puck comes in there, and that's what happened there, even though Menichello hustled to the bench. Ulrich on the dot, Cook on the near side wing, Rizzo on the far side. This newly formed trio got the Rockets on the board moments ago. Gibby sends it forward, and it's a 2-on-1. Zahn has it with Arnone. Wrist shot. Markland saved with the blocker, pops it up in front. Somebody's picking it up. Rizzo hooked Gibby, and she's going to go in and into the box on a penalty. Luisa Rizzo is going to get the hook. Let's see if she can get into the box. So with 11:09 left and the Rockets trailing 3-1, a deficit that they've began to cut into, they will be shorthanded with 11:09 left, period 2. Ulrich and Cook will stay out there to kill off the first portion of the power play. Up front, Fox, who has it now, and Hansen on D. Sent up through the middle, but picked off by Gibby. She's going to curl it down, send it toward the net, but Markland saw it and covered it up. So they tick off the first 22 seconds of shorthanded time. And the Rockets will change it up, as will the Devils. Connolly and Matone on the back line. Nieves and Rodriguez up front. Devils win the face-off. Caputo's slapper hit the right shin pad of Nieves. It wasn't going on net anyway, but she made sure it didn't get low. Fired around the boards. Melikova uses the skates to try to maintain it, and she does. Citro, who has 2, gets tied up over there, and Rodriguez gets bumped from behind, but is able to get the puck toward the line, but Caputo kept it in with the stick and the skates, both of them. Rockets trying to kill it off here. They're under a minute left of penalty time to Rizzo, and Rodriguez will skate it out as we hit the 10-minute mark of period 2. The Rockets trail 3-1. They were down 3-0, and it could have been even worse than that. But Ulrich got a feed from Rizzo, marched in and beat her old teammate and her old goaltending tandem mate, Molly Rose Smith, to get the Rockets on the board. Battled for in the corner. Rodriguez against 2 or 3, and Nieves is the one to dig it out. Nieves on the short porch, sharp angle, took a chance there that she could beat Rose Smith, but she held the post nicely and prevented that one from going in. That'll give the Rockets a chance to change here. The Devils change but 1, it looks like. And they'll have an offensive zone draw. Ulrich on the dot, Cook in the slot, but Basis wins it back to Murray, who reverses it, and Ulrich nearly got a piece. Rockets are caught back with the forwards a little bit, but they're back checking briskly, even though still it's a 3-on-2. Zahn 26 takes a shot that Hansen got with the right boot of the skate to knock away. Cook trying to find Ulrich there. She does. She's shorthanded for 3 seconds and 2. Wrist shot knocked away nicely by Rose Smith. She was knocking it away to play it. Rizzo's now in. Rizzo streaking at the net. It goes just wide off a redirection. Rizzo tries to pick it up, but Murray took it from her and will skate it out. With under 9 minutes left, the Rockets have a 3-1 deficit. They've clawed back to get 1. Rizzo and Ulrich, they combined for the first goal. Ulrich's going to take the shot and see if she can get a face-off, and she does that as the Rockets were 2-on-3. So good job by Ulrich. Didn't really have much of a scoring chance, but puts the puck on net, forcing the goalie to make the stop, and that allows a change to get fresh legs in the offensive zone draw. Nieves will take it. She's got Rodriguez in the slot and Menichello on the near side wing. Sheehan won it to the corner, but Menichello is going to nullify the victory and skated through the circle. Wrist shot looked like it was going wide, but Rose Smith put the blocker on it anyway to send it into corner. Takes a strange bounce, it's loose in front, and they bat it just wide. Rose Smith was waiting for it to go around, but it hit the stanchion outside. Backhand by Menichello and a save. Rodriguez trying to center it for Menichello. Rockets buzzing here. Connolly's going to keep this one in. But Murray stepped in to prevent the dump, and she's going to skate it out. Connolly forces her to the outside. Rodriguez picks up the loose puck and finds Menichello, who's going to stick handle through, send it all the way to Rodriguez. Rodriguez right down the middle. Wrist shot knocked away by Cucci with the left shin pad. Sheehan skates it behind her own net, but Rodriguez meets her there. Rockets now have picked it up. Can they cut this deficit? It's 3-1 with 7:37 left in period 2. Menichello uses the skates, maintaining possession, sends it toward the net, but Cucci swipes it away. Batted forward by Rodriguez among traffic, but couldn't get it through. Menichello uses the body to shield off Sheehan. Zahn, 26, trying to get it out right in front of you. They eventually do get it out, and it does go to Zahn, 26. She skates in 1-on-4, sends it up. Marklin handcuffed her. Arialis held it. And she does not let that puck hit the ice. A very quick whistle there, actually, as the Devils were not really attacking. And sometimes when that happens, you can catch the offensive team unaware, and the goalie could put it down and or have somebody throw a long pass out there. Rockets change it up, and it's sent toward neutral ice. Melikova can't get it. Rizzo's going to put her under pressure with under 7 minutes left in period 2, and the Rockets with a 3-1 deficit. Ulrich tries to keep it in. Hansen got it in for a moment. Gibby was able to push it out. Arnone gets forced to the middle. Rizzo and Cook worked the trap. It worked for a moment, but she skated through it. Wrist shot, took a redirection. Marklin was able to knock it down and cover it up. Somebody trying to recreate the Bobby Orr moment there was kicked herself into Hansen's stick and tried to draw the trip. It didn't work. The refs didn't go for it. We had a pretty clear view of it from here. Ulrich on the dot, can't win it. It comes to the point. Rizzo trying to blow that one up. It gets all the way through along the ice. It's loose in front, and Marklin covers up. Melikova got that one through. Marklin made the save. She had to relinquish her stick, and she might have actually covered it up with the meat part of the hand on the blocker, rather than the way you typically would with the glove. Basis wins the face-off, gets through into the slot, fires a wrist shot that Marklin knocks down with the pads and covers up. So the Rockets will change it up now. On the forward line. Nieves with Menichello and Rodriguez. The two wings are in the slot. Citro hustles in as the faceoff went to the far side wing with 6:15 left in period 2. And the Rockets come back. That's going to be knocked down with a high stick, and they'll send that faceoff outside of the zone and all the way down into the offensive zone for the Rockets. So the benefit there is that if the Rockets can win this, they could set up a scoring chance and continue to try to cut into that deficit. Hansen skates in front of you. Nieves on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot. They win it to Menichello. She sends it over to Rodriguez's side. Rodriguez has to battle Walsh for it. She chips it to Nieves. Nieves reverses it back for Rodriguez, who's going to do exactly the same for Nieves. Nieves centers it. Rodriguez is there, takes a shot, and it didn't get all the way through. Rose Smith saw it. Comes out of the zone, and Hansen picks it up under pressure from Sheehan. Curls it back up the near side board. Zahn was trying to skate through. She did that, and they gained the offensive zone through the Devils. Knocked forward by Fox, and it still won't get out. Now it gets out. Nieves was there. Cucci comes back, sends it in offside. They don't call it. It's 5 feet offside right there, even though it hit a Rocket stick. At this point, no harm, no foul, and they play on. That's going to be icing from this ref, but the far side ref says no, so he saw that somebody got a piece of it and chipped it. Rodriguez on the far side boards has a little bit of time and space, trying to get up the far side. That's going to be either an offside or it should be an interference call against the Devils, but I don't think they called it. Rodriguez chipped the puck forward, and when she wasn't there, her progress was impeded. It's very often called interference, but instead they call the offside. 5:07 left, period 2. 3-1 Devils. Cook will hustle it in with Rizzo and Ulrich. Handcuffed Rizzo on the pass and couldn't get it through. Basis is going to turn it the other way. Look for some open ice. Pop up. Connolly knocks it down with the hand and wisely puts it down and whacks it forward, but not out. Arnone there. She goes down, trying to draw the penalty, but the refs weren't buying that one either. Centered through the middle, off of a skate. Zahn 68, wrist shot fired wide. Goes to the far corner. Basis is there. She's going to move it out through the circle, curl around Ulrich, but be met by Matone. Gets through traffic, hustling at the net. A couple of Devils, a couple of Rockets, and eventually it's going to be Ulrich who gets it picked off by Arnone, sends it at the net, but wide, swept away by the stick of Markland. Basis moves it through the slot, leaves it for Zahn 68, fired it wide. Devils with a big possession here, cycling the puck. The Rockets need to get it out first and see if they can put pressure second, as we're under 4 minutes. Fired at Markland, and she knocks it down with the Rockets logo across the crest of her jersey and covers it with the catching glove. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 3:54 left, period 2, 3-1 Devils. They scored the first 3. Zahn 68, then a shorthander by Citro, 4, and another goal by Citro at even strength in the second. The first 2 were in the first. The Rockets bounded back in the second on Ulrich's goal. Nieves now out there at center with Menikillo and Rodriguez. Rolling puck on its end, comes all the way through, and they can't make a scoring chance out of it. Gibby gets it, and she'll curl over the end line. Fox sells out to try to knock it down, and Gibby's centering feed eventually knocked away by Fox. Chipped up the near side boards. Actually, Menikillo didn't chip it. Menikillo's coming in on Murray. Gibby trailing her. Menikillo goes to the far wing, fires it at the net. Didn't get what she wanted on it, and it goes wide. Nieves in the corner, 1-on-3. Gets away from a couple, sends it to the slot. Rodriguez couldn't get the stick blade on it. Fox pinching deep. Rodriguez covers the point on the left side. Sent around the end line. Caputo's going to get there first. Whiffs on the clearing attempt, but got enough on it to get to Marshaw, who clears it out. Fox retreats as the Devils change. Picked off by Citro. Fox bumps her cleanly. She got the stick on the puck before she followed through on the player. Citro limping a little bit as she goes back to the bench. Menikillo trying to get behind the D. Caputo was back at safety. Sometimes that's enough, sometimes it's not. Nieves powers it in, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Got impeded by Walsh thereafter. Basis skates through one, looking up, sees that she doesn't really have anybody there and just gets it out of the zone. Rockets try to break it in, but they can't do it until Rodriguez picks it up. She's 1-on-2, and she's going to try to turn the corner on the right side with 2 minutes left in the second period. The Rockets were down 3-0. They've cut it to 3-1. Can they keep erasing it? Hansen sends it toward the net. Cook redirected it with the skate, but she might have been wise to just let it go, because I don't know if Rose Smith would have been able to see it. This puck's going to get out of the zone. Rizzo shielding off Sheehan there, and eventually it comes back to Rizzo, who sends it for Cook, who sends it forward, but Caputo got a piece before it could get over. 100 seconds now left, period 2. Rockets would love to get another one here to cut it to 3-2. They haven't tested Rose Smith as much as the Devils have tested Arialis Marklin. Handcuff pass right there. Matone and Hansen. Basis tries to get through. Matone knocks it away. It went through Cook's skates. Cucci jumps on to prevent maybe the breakaway. Oh boy, Rizzo was there. Melikova's back, but Rizzo at least might have had a chance to get one-on-one. Rizzo's going to retreat. Ulrich falls down. Good thing Rizzo wasn't trying to pass it to her. She sends it forward to Cook. They're in 2-on-2. Cook, wrist shot, fired wide. A lot of those Rocket shots are not getting on the net, even when they have a clear path. Rizzo tries to move it forward, but Basis got the skate on it and she wasn't looking. It goes over the end line on the far side. Cook hustling over there to battle Cucci for it. Basis is going to jump in, pick it up, move it forward to Enon with 34 seconds left. Devils are going to try to break out one-on-one. This is Sheehan against Connolly, trying to turn the corner. Connolly tries to knock her over. She gets all the way in, and Marklin has to make the save. And there is a whistle. Did they knock the net off its moorings? Looking for some kind of call for the reason for the whistle here. And they're going to call roughing on Connolly. What kind of call is that? Oh boy, I'm dubious about that one. Roughing. I mean, geez, she's just trying to make a play right there. The player is going around her. She's allowed to push her. She didn't do anything unseemly, and the Devils with another break here. I mean, they've gotten away here with a couple, and the Rockets really haven't gotten away with anything. So with 20 seconds left in the period, the Rockets have to keep it out of the net. Wrist shot by Murray was not intended at the net, and they try to redirect it. They send it through the points. Murray again with 8 seconds, knocked down by Nieves. She's going to skate it around the back of her net, hoping to expire the time, and she does. So the Rockets just, it's an uphill battle. They've summoned a third of the hill. What do they have left for the next period? The final one. I'll try to get a closer look offensively to find out. So you can see your Rockets faithful. Some paying attention, some not. Try to get a better look over here for this period. Streaming, not a perfect science. Sometimes I'm in the way. This is one of those times, but this is the best viewpoint we could probably give you of a Rockets comeback if there is one in store. If you're just joining us and you're saying, geez, it's 4:07 in the East, this game was supposed to start at 2:30. Well, it started at about 3:15. There was a delay due to a Zamboni malfunction that resulted in a bad patch of ice on the side where we just were. And they did get underway, and the Rockets might tell you the game got underway without them, because the Devils struck quickly and often, and it could have been even worse than it was. Marklin stopped a couple of breakaways. Killing it off up front, Ulrich and Rizzo. Connolly in the box for 100 seconds more. The Devils hope to get her out earlier. The Rockets hope to keep her in there the whole time. Liftoff, period 3. Devils are going to break out, maybe a 2-on-1. Gibby sends it for Arnone. Hansen had time to get back, and the Rockets are able to rebuff that chance. They'll skate it in on the far side now and send it toward Marklin, but it goes behind the net. Circling, looking. Still looking. Zahn fanned on it. Ulrich's going to break out 1-on-2. Rizzo's coming in as the trailer. She decides to dump it as Murray was over there, and probably wisely. As we're under a minute left in the power play for the Devils. Citro got a shorthander for the Devils. Let's see if the Rockets can respond with a shorthanded goal. Matone keeps it forward with the skates. Murray's going to pick it up and send it around the far side. Rockets pick that up, and they're doing a good job here to start the period, killing the penalty. Rizzo's going to march in shorthanded. Has Melikova, undresses her, gets in close, wrist shot, oh, she fired it wide. Rizzo with a big shorthanded chance. I don't know if she fired it wide or there was a save there. It looked like it went wide. She'd want that one back. Rockets with 14 seconds left to kill, and they've done it mostly in the Devils zone. Basis picks this one up, comes through the near side wall, and skates it into the zone on the right wing. Gets through a bunch of traffic, wrist shot, pad save, Citro rebound, can't put it in. Rockets send Connolly out of the box, and she's going to skate right into the play as the penalty box is here on the opposite side of the benches. You can't do that thing where you're just jumping out. Here comes Cook, Nieves with Rizzo, 2-on-1, wrist shot, save, and she covers. Rose Smith with a big save to keep it at 3-1. They do not want the Rockets to get back in this game, and if they can get this next one, the Rockets will have a big piece of momentum. Nieves on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Menichello on the far wing, Matone between the points, Connolly on the right point. Nieves in a puck battle over there. The Devils are going to win it for the moment, but Menichello picks it up, curls around the circle, wrist shot knocked away, and it goes just wide. Rodriguez tries to find the streaking Connolly. It goes to Matone through traffic. It doesn't get all the way through. Cucci knocked it down. Again, they try the backside slam dunk, and Rodriguez almost had it, but not quite. Rockets now pressing hard. They're down 3-1. There's 14:30 left in the game for them to figure out a way to come back. Bella Cucci sends it up. Mia Rodriguez right here in front of you, going to try to turn the corner on the far side. Ulrich now out there for Nieves. Menichello's also there. Ulrich tries to send it at the net. Through traffic, it goes to Connolly. One-timer from the point. Gibby jumped in. Gibby picked it off. You don't want to get her in open ice. She's speedy, number 20 in white. They reverse it. Rodriguez has it. Up for Ulrich. She's slightly behind the D, but Zahn, 26, comes back to knock it away. Rockets have some big chances here. They haven't been able to get too close. Menichello comes in. Can't get through Caputo, otherwise she was home free. Comes to the point. Matone sends it down low. Ulrich tried to sweep it in front. She had Rizzo on the far side post and Menichello in the slot if she was able to do it. Sheehan bunts it out. Trying to get away on a breakaway. Can't do it. Knocked away. Menichello now with it. She's got Rizzo. Sends it just a stride ahead. It's not going to be an icing. Caputo backhands it up the boards. Got it for Basis. She's 1-on-3. Gets past Cook. Gets in onside. Has Arnone with it. Leaves it off the boards for herself, and still with it is Basis. Turning the end line, but Hansen picked it off of her stick and sends it up. Cook will dribble it out. Ulrich is there. She's got a 2-on-1 with Rizzo. Ulrich shoots, but it goes wide. So she takes the shot, doesn't get it on net, doesn't make the pass. Fox and Basis bump up with each other. Basis grabs the stick. It was under her shoulder, and she actually threw it back to Fox. You never see that. Usually you see the player take it, throw it down, or throw it away. Fox against the end boards over there, scrambled in with someone, not sure who. 12:30 left for the Rockets. Another 2-on-1. Rizzo with Nieves. Centers it. Oh, Cucci got the left skate on it. Bella broke up the 2-on-1. Rizzo was looking for Nieves at the far post. Rockets pressing here. They're down 3-1. They're really looking to get that deficit down to 3-2, and they're awful close. Rizzo centering feet blindly. Oh, she had Nieves on the backhand, but Cece couldn't quite get enough on it. Blind pass by Rizzo from behind the net. Centering feed. Rockets crew are at the end of their shift here. Some are able to get off. Murray's going to skate it all the way up the right wing. Backhand centering feed into a lot of traffic of black jerseys, but they pick it up. Arnone fires it wide, and across the way, Gibby is able to chip it forward. 11:38 now, the time on the clock. Rockets are able to get it out of the zone. Murray picked it up. She really needed to make that pass, otherwise Nieves would have been off to the races. Nieves 1-on-4, sends it toward the net but wide. Gibby picks it up, sends it for Zahn, 68. She banks it off the boards, gets by one, but Menechello, streaking back, is hounding her all the way. It comes off the side of the net along the ice, and Connolly has to pick it up. She's in a puck battle with Marichal. Gibby's over there as well, and Nieves comes out with it. Chipped forward by Rodriguez for Menechello. They have a little more space here. Menechello trying to get through Marichal, can't do it. Matone through traffic, it deflected off of somebody's glove. Hansen through traffic, it doesn't get all the way through. Pucci eventually got a piece of it. Centering feed, it's going to be Matone at the point. She can't get it all the way through. Gibby tries to chip it forward, can't do it. Matone picks it up and sends it down low. Rockets are putting on pressure, but can they beat Roe Smith? Kept in at the point by Hansen, but Marichal gets it out just in time. Devils are able to change. Rockets quickly turn and move it. Mia Rodriguez into the slot, looking for Menechello, leaves it. Wrist shot, somebody got a piece, Melikova. The shots are not getting on net, they're not getting all the way through. The Devils are just collapsing back, and they're blocking the shooting lanes. Hansen with a pick-off with the left glove to keep it in. And this goes to Rodriguez, who gets hauled down from behind, no call. Citro hauled down Rodriguez from behind, and they swallow the whistle. Hansen at the point, Rockets banging on the door. Can they kick it in? Rodriguez down low. Cucci got a piece with the skates. It comes to the point. Matone, 9:30 left in the third period. Rockets down 3-1. They are just blitzing the Devils here. Their best performance of the day. Menechello gets hauled down. It's a 3-on-2 basis. Tries to get around Matone, but she bats it away. Can the Rockets get the change done? Up through, it's going to bank off the boards, hit a snowbank. Melikova sends it through, but not all the way down. Matone's going to pick it up, send it for Rizzo. It's eventually back to Matone, who's going to skate it in right in front of you. Nancy's daughter sends it in. Izzy Cook on the far side. Now Nieves trying to trickle it toward the net, and Rose Smith saw it all the way, knocked it down with the glove and covered it. Non-stop action. The Devils are going to take a timeout with 8:47 left in the third period, and the team in the white jerseys holding a 3-1 lead. They got the first three. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Zahn 68 opened the scoring after Arialis Markland stopped 2 breakaways before that. So it could have been a deficit that was even larger from the beginning. Then Citro scored with the Devils shorthanded on the Rockets' only power play. And then Citro scored at even strength to make it 3-0. The Rockets switched a couple of wings. They just have 2 forward lines and 2 defense pairs for this game available. Rizzo and Rodriguez switched positions on the left wing on their line, and it worked as Rizzo fed Ulrich from the outside of the left circle, and Grace got it all the way to the inside of the left circle, and she beat Molly Rose Smith, her former teammate and goaltending tandem mate. Yes, Grace Ulrich has also enjoyed an alternate career as a goaltender, but on this team she's a forward and a potent one. And she and her mates are hoping that for the last 8:47 they can figure out a way to dent number 48 in white. 3-1 they trail, 8:47 left. Both teams have utilized their timeout. The Rockets called timeout after the Devils posted a 2-0 lead. They'll face it off to the left of Rose Smith. Nieves on the dot, over to Menichello, chipped out and bumped. Zahn, 68. She's going to be the first to get it. She's got Gibby down the middle. Zahn, wrist shot, saved Markland, and she covers up. Never left a rebound there, and Gibby was looking to pounce on it. So off the timeout, the Devils not only defend the draw in their own zone, but they break out and put pressure on the Rockets. Nieves beats Gibby on the draw, and it's sent up the near side boards, but the Devils are going to keep it in. Arnone there. Now Rodriguez is going to chip it out for Menichello. Let's see if they can get hope going here. She's had a little more room, but now draws 5 defenders. Nieves hustling it down. It goes toward the top of the slot, or the bottom of the slot. Menichello, one-timer, and Rose Smith makes the save and covers up. 8:14 left. Rockets in offensive zone draw. They leave the same crew out there. Fox on the left point, Hansen on the right. Nieves wins it. Menichello and Fox can't decide who to get it. They collide with Citro, and the Rockets keep the puck in. Melikova looking to shake off Rodriguez. Those two will battle for it below the end line, and now Nieves there as well, and Caputo. Basis waiting for that puck to pop out, doesn't use the body. Now she steps away. Rodriguez and Menichello trying to hustle to it, but Citro is going to beat him there. Sent up, and it gets out of the zone. Hansen sends it up the boards in front of the benches. Caputo trying to pin Nieves, is able to do it. Rockets trying to find a way here. That puck knocked down. It looked like maybe with a high stick, so they'll face it off to the circle on Molly Rose Smith's left. 7:29 left. A 2-goal difference is not really an issue in terms of time until you have about 2:30 left. At that point, that's usually about the time where you start saying, we're not going to play our usual game, we're going to start to take some real chances. This is not really that time yet, but it's getting close. In a 1-goal game, typically we'd say about 1:30 left would be that time. In a 3-goal difference, we'd say it's about 5 minutes. So the Rockets definitely want to keep it at least at 2. And so far, if they keep playing the way they've played in the third period, it's just maybe a matter of time. Citro, Rizzo, over to Matone. She's going to skate it in. Draws bases, chips it at the net, but again, the Rockets they're shooting wide more than they're hitting the net, and it's by a lot. 6:40 now. Ulrich out the other end. Murray's going to get it. Stepping in at the point, Rizzo just turns and fires to dump it back in. She didn't really have numbers there, but they maintain possession. Cucci reverses it. Basis is over there. Cook is going to get it from her for a moment, but Basis picks it off of there. And Izzy Cook's at the end of her shift. Let's see if she could get off. Can't do it. 6:09 remaining. Rockets down 3-1. Here's Cook. She'll get to it first, gain the center line, dump it, and get the much-needed change. Under 6 minutes now. Caputo looking. Sends it for Walsh. Walsh up the near side boards, finds trouble. Caputo jumps into it. Connolly strips it forward for Nieves. She's one-on-one with Zahn. Nieves, wrist shot. Zahn got a piece of it with the stick. It never made it on net. Boy, I'd love to see the official shots on goal. The Rockets don't have that many. Through traffic, Fox, now Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to keep possession of that puck. Gets it toward the point, but only a Devil is there. Zahn, 68. She's got the first goal. Wrist shot sent wide. 5:20, 5:19, 5:18. Time ticking away on the Rockets. Can they get that next one and still leave themselves time to get the other one? Rodriguez is down, but she's onside. Fox tries to send it through, but can't get it through Caputo. Rodriguez trying to pick this one off. She does. Under 5 minutes now, the Rockets down 3-1. Caputo shakes off Rodriguez, picks up the puck, sends it off the boards on the far side. Up the wing, they chip it out, and the Devils will maybe be content to do that for a while as the puck is on end and it's going almost off of Matone's stick there. She's got to trace all the way back, reverse it, get it up to Menichello. Lost it at the point. Gibby shakes off Rodriguez and is going to get to that puck and send it through the slot, but nobody there. Citro is going to grab it but can't maintain it. Kicked off of a skate by Murray and sent into the zone by the Devils, and now it goes down low. Sheehan's going to pick this up. Tries to turn, gets Gibby, takes a shot, and it's knocked down by Hansen, who took it right in the hand, and she's going to skate off, and she's hurting. Menichello tries to get through three. Gibby's there. Oh, Rick bats it at the net, and Rose Smith had to make a save when she maybe couldn't even see that puck. Menichello skates off now, and Cook jumps on. Pop-up goes out of play, and they'll face it off in front of the Devils bench with 3:47 left in the contest, and the team in white holding a 3-1 lead. Rockets will try to put another one on the board. Ulrich with Rizzo and Cook. Can they find a way? Citro leaves it at the point. Cook had it for a moment but couldn't grab it. Gibby's going to pick it up and skate it below the end line and probably look to get it to the point. They leave her open. She skates with it for a moment, gets it stolen. Citro tried the one-timer but didn't get enough on it. Sheehan spun off Gibby, wrist shot, and she missed the net. Boy, she had Markland down. Comes to the near side wall. Hard to see over there. Melikova and Rizzo at least are on there. Rizzo is able to dig it out with some help from Connolly. Cook is going to gain the line on the right side with Ulrich and Rizzo. They're 3-on-4. Centering feed doesn't get through. Murray picked it off. Can they keep it in at the point? Can they do it? Cook loses the stick. The ref is over there. Gibby gets it. Trying to move it forward up the point. Connolly kept it in for a moment. Cook having trouble getting the stick, and that's going to be an icing on Citro, and she wants that one back immediately. One of the Devil rooters in the crowd screaming, "Get the red line," and Citro knew it immediately, but you know, she's got the 2 goals that have made the difference here. 2:45 left in the game. The Rockets trailing 3-1. We're pretty close to that point where time is a factor. The Rockets need to get one, and they need to start taking chances. They don't have Markland out of the net yet, but we're getting to that point. Connolly battling forward along the far boards, and they're going to call her for a trip. Tough call, man. Haley Connolly on the trip. The puck was there, and Connolly will go to the box, and unless the Rockets can figure out a way to get a shorthander to get within 3-2, they're going to have to climb a steep hill here. Nieves and Rodriguez will kill it up front, but they're going to be looking for offense any chance they get. Rodriguez knocks it away. She gets interfered with right there, but there's no call. Caputo stepped into her after the puck was released. It comes on the near side boards. Rockets have not had that one fired just wide. Rockets have not been the beneficiaries of many calls here. Basis, wrist shot goes wide. She missed the net. 2 minutes left. It comes to the near side. On the point, Murray, Caputo for Basis down the middle. Knocked away. Rockets now still in the penalty kill mode, but they have to figure out a way to generate some offense here, and they're not going to be able to do it. The Devils could just, in a sense, kill off the power play, all of that in quotes, and leave the Rockets about 30 seconds to get 2. Basis will do just that from the right point. Sent at Markland. She knocked it away with the shoulder, and it bounces wide. 80 seconds left in the game, 55, now 48 left on the power play. Rockets have 119 to figure it out, and boy, if they could figure it out, this will be something, because they are short on time and they are short on manpower. Ulrich and Menichello, the forwards, to kill it off. Matone and Fox on the end, on the back line. Rockets can't even get it out of the zone, so credit to the Devils on the power play, just maintaining possession. They're not even worried so much about getting the shots. They'll be content to kill the time, which is now under a minute. Matone's going to pick it up. She's going to send it up the middle. She's got a 2-on-1 with Menichello and Ulrich. Menichello around Melikova. Menichello in front. It's loose. They bat it. They can't get it at the net. They just can't get the shots on goal. Rose Smith was there, but the net yawned open. The Rockets are not pulling Markland, but they're about to get Connolly back on the ice. She's going to have to run in and join the play. They center it, but nobody's in front. Connolly will skate directly over to the bench. The Rockets really could have gotten called for too many on the ice right there. Connolly was about halfway on the ice when she was replaced. Rockets will skate it in. Markland comes to the bench. They're nearly out of time. Wrist shot. There was a save with the left pad by Rose Smith. The Rockets have 10 seconds. They're not going to be able to figure out the entire deficit. Rodriguez's shot goes not through all the way. It's knocked away, and the Devils are going to win. A big win for Molly Rose Smith. She wanted that one badly, and the Devils are the ones that come out on top as Cucci gives the hug and the rest of the crew join. The Rockets give kudos to Markland, and they were just on their heels right from the drop of the puck. They came out very flat. They spotted the Devils a 3-0 lead. Ulrich was able to get one back, but the Devils just never let them back in it. They never let quality shots get all the way through. They did a tremendous job protecting the house, as we like to say, the part that is right in front of the goal. So that is going to do it. We do not have a final shot total for you, but assuredly the Devils had a big edge. And the final, after a long delay to start the game, 3-1 Devils. They'll face it off again later in the season, at least once. I think they might play more times than that, and hopefully under better circumstances at that point instead of the 45-minute delay to start this game. But they do get it played, and it goes the Devils' way. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we're streaming live or we post other types of content, like a better copy of the game, in this case one in which we'll remove all of that delay time from the beginning, or coach interviews or any other content that we might do, then you'll get an update and an alert, and we appreciate your support, as this is what it's all about. These are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our nieces, our cousins, our sisters, our friends, or if you're watching on demand, yourselves. That's going to do it from Codey Arena in West Orange, New Jersey. Devils beat the Rockets 3-1. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching. New Jersey Rockets, girls hockey.